Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Thursdate with Erica. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. That's why we're a little bit late, but I'm glad that we got it figured out. So again, each week I come on here and invite some business owners from my business community who have, you know, has shown sparked my interest and have really, you know, I've watched their journey throughout my business, my career as a business owner. And so today I am so excited to have you guys get to know Karen. Now, Karen, she's like a powerhouse, a really big leader in our business community. And I've watched her throughout my career and throughout my journey here, and I've kind of seen her journey and seen her success. And so I'm really excited for you guys to learn her story and hear about, how her journey has been as a digital business owner. So let me pull her onto the screen. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Erica. Hi,
How are
everyone.
you?
I'm good, thank you. It's nice to be on here.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much for taking time to chat with us today. Could you quickly just give a quick introduction of yourself for our viewers?
Sure. So my name is Karen, as Erica introduced, and I live in British Columbia, Canada here. I'm married with two kids, and by profession, I'm a dental technician. And pretty much that's my life before I became an online business owner. I used to work really long hours, and that's what sort of motivate or push me to find something where I can kind of take back some of my time so I can have more time for my children. Because I think for many of us, once we become moms or mothers, our priority changes, right? We want
Yeah.
that to watch our children grow up and be there, be present in their lives. Because I know for myself, my parents are immigrant to Canada, and there's six of us, so it's not easy for an immigrant parent to raise six children. So they were
Yeah.
always busy working, so we never had them around. And I know that that's not, I want to be there for my kids when I have kids, which I do now. And I guess it's hard when we still have to work to pay for our everyday expense. So just working the 9 to 5 or even running your own business, you're still trading time for money. And with an online business, you don't need to trade all your time for an earning.
Exactly. And I know a little bit about your story. And you mentioned that you are a dental technician, and before you used to work at a clinic, right? And then you decided to run your own clinic at home.
Yes, so I'm actually a dental technician, so I fabricate crowns, bridges, and veneers. So prior to opening up my own dental lab, I worked for a big corporate lab in Vancouver, and I was out of the house for probably over 10 hours a day. So it was just long days, right? You leave early in the morning, kids are still not even up, and then you come back and it's quite late. And, after dinner and just bathing and showering, it's bedtime for the kids. So you really don't have that quality time. And I've always wanted, sorry, there's a bug fly. I've always wanted to be that mom that gets to go into kids' classroom and be the special helper, right? But, like most people having a 9 to 5 job, you can't just take some time off work because, yeah, you can, but you won't get paid for it. So,
Exactly.
and then that's when I decided, okay, maybe I can open up my own business and work from home, because with a small dental lab, you have a small setup, you can actually work from your home. So that's what I did, thinking, hey, my own boss, own my own time, and work from home. Like, that's just like the perfect solution. But it didn't turn out that way. I guess you still have to work, even though you own your own business, but you still have to be present. And because of the type of work we do, there's always deadlines to meet. So
Yeah.
it's not that flexible, or you have that much time freedom, even though you work for yourself. Even though I'm my own boss, but really those dentists are my bosses.
Yeah, somebody is still telling you, hey, you need to do this, you need to get these done at this time. And yeah, no, I totally understand. And it was kind of the same with me, right? Like, I'm a single mom, and so when I did start working, before I used to run a day home, and so I was at home. But then when once I became single and separated, I had to find a job outside of the home, and it was hard on the kids because there's just no time. You get home, you quickly do homework, you cook dinner, you have them have a bath, and then it's bedtime, and that's it. And then you're like, where did the day go? I didn't even like really get to spend time with them. So I understand that. Yeah. So like, so you were looking for something then that had a little bit better balance for you, and that's how you came across this business?
Not exactly, because I mean I'm not tech savvy and I've never imagined myself doing something online at all. Like to be honest, I wasn't looking for anything online. I actually at that time I did thought of doing something else, like maybe do another type of business, right? Because my brother has a couple of like convenience store. So I go here, maybe I can do that because it's a smaller to manage. But I
Yeah,
go, but I still need to physically go there. So take me
exactly.
away from the home. And also with a convenience store, it's 7 days a week. So I may have to end up working, on the weekend, and it's a big
Mhm.
capital investment. You probably have to, look into a few $100,000 to get started.
Yeah,
And so it's a big investment. I go, well, it doesn't really work because I mean I have to shut down my lab and do that one full time and not sure if it will take off. And of course, it's not
yeah,
giving me more time. So I just kind of felt really stuck. I go, maybe this is the best situation that I'm in, right? Even though I'm working lots, but at least I'm at home,
yeah.
sort of there, but not really there kind of thing. At least, when they come home from school, they can pop in their head and say, hi, mom, and that's about it, right? But yeah, so I mean, if I were to leave the house and work, I probably won't be able to see them that way either. So I just felt really stuck. So, you keep doing what you know best. And that's what I'm
Yeah.
doing my dental lab. And, kids are growing up really fast. They're 16 and 14 now. And I
Wow.
realize that soon they'll be off to college, and if I don't do anything, I'm gonna look back in a few years and probably have like lots of regrets. It's like, my goodness, why did I do this? Because you can
Yeah,
always make more money in the future, but you cannot kind of take back the time that you've lost,
exactly.
and you can't. They're not going to be that young forever, and it's
Mhm.
really harder right now because my other siblings are having family. They're starting their family, and their kids are that toddler age, and that's and they're always sending these cute videos, and that just sort of makes me that bittersweet feeling that I miss. I wasn't there for my kids when they were going through those milestones. So that's why I want to be sure that something. And like I said, I wasn't looking for a dental online business, but I think thank goodness God must have heard my prayers, because
Yeah,
it kind of just fell in my lap, and it kind of fit with what's going on in my life with my crazy busy schedule. An online business is super flexible. It fits around my schedule, right? So I
yeah,
get to choose when I want to do the training, when I want to work on it, and how fast or how slow I want to grow my business, right? There is no pressure, no deadlines, no kind of like anything. It's like it's what you put in is what you get out. So if I
exactly.
take it slow, I know I won't see the results of success as fast. But if I really work hard at it, I know that I can see the results faster. So I've been doing this for almost 3 years. September will be 3 years.
Wow.
And
Congratulations.
thank you. And I may thank you, Lord, because He has blessed me and my family. And this business has been a true success for us. So in the last 2 years, I'm able to cut back on my dental lab because this online business is supplementing our income. Because that's part of the reason we needed the time. But again, I mean, I can just quit my lab and have all the time in the world, but I
But
wouldn't have
not
it.
have money.
Yeah, no money
Exactly.
to support my family. But so now that the online business is able to supplement our income, but without like, taking all of my time, I'm able to cut back on the lab work and have more time for my kids and more time for myself. And I guess just more time for my family or relationship, and things. You're not so stressed anymore. Like I
Yeah.
know before thinking of the future of retirement, like I don't even want to think about it. I'm like, what am I going to do when I retire when we start
You're
working?
so
Like, what
young to be thinking about that, but yeah.
but still it's kids are growing up, so you have to plan. And but now with this, I'm looking towards retirement because I
Yeah,
know I can retire like financially secure and comfortable. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So, what would you say is your favorite part? Like being in this business for quite some time with 3 years, right? What is your favorite part of the
I think
business?
my favorite part is that this business is so portable because with my other business, it's a hands-on job, and I
Yeah.
have to physically be in my lab at a bench working, grinding teeth, right? For it, like you have to. It's a physical job that you have to be there. So I can't be working in the dent on teeth and be at the lake. But with this business, yes, I can. I can take it with me. So we actually live about 15-20 minutes away from a local lake here. It's called Cultus Lake. And
Ooh.
on an afternoon like this, when the kids are out of school now, but before when they have school, when they get home, like we can quickly dash over to the lake because the weekend it gets so busy. So we always try to go during the week when it's not so
Yeah.
busy. Yeah, so we can head out to the lake for like a couple of hours there, and I can take my business with me because nowadays you can probably have internet anywhere, and we
Yeah.
can do our business from literally from our mobile
So,
phones. So
exactly.
your phone and internet connections, you can run your business from just about anywhere. And it's also like when we had, when we have the lab, when we travel, we have to shut down the lab. And that always give me anxiety because I would be afraid when we come back, will the dentist send their work somewhere else because we were not here when they needed us, right? So it's always that, like, you're scared when you go on vacation because you're afraid you're going to lose accounts, right? That means lose business, revenue. But with this business, you don't need to close. So you can take with you. Business is still running in the background for you. And also you got like super supportive communities and mentors and coaches that will step up and help you manage your business while you're away or if you're off the grid. Because sometimes we go camping and we're off the grid.
Exactly. Yeah, that's awesome, right? And I love that about this business is you can take it anywhere. I can go, like, I live in Alberta and Banff is just right there, and we can go hiking. And whenever I have internet throughout the trail, I can check if somebody's asking about the business or if one of my mentees need help or coachees, right? Like, it's so portable. It's so true. So is there anything that, for people that may be looking at this business but is kind of hesitant on trying it, like, what would you say to them?
Well, I know we were probably all in their shoes at one point before we jumped on board. We were probably just as scared and probably have the same question that ran through our mind, like, I'm not tech savvy. Is this a scam? I don't have time. I don't have, the money. I don't have the skills, right? But the beauty of this thing is our business system is actually designed for ordinary, everyday people. Because if you join our community or you come on and watch one of our live webinar, you can see that, we are just people from all parts of the world with different backgrounds, different skills, different education level. And many of us here are immigrants to Canada with really no, past high school education or anything. Most of them come here just doing labor job. But, as long as you can understand English and you can follow simple instruction, and if you have that desire, that strong motivation or that strong why to make a change in your life, then this business can help you do that. And at the end of the day, maybe not every business is as suitable for everyone, but until you get all the information and, decide if, get the right correct information, and then you can make an informed decision if this is for you, because it all starts off with watching our free 90 minutes webinar. And that's it. You're just investing 90 minutes of your time that could be life-changing, because I know it's been life-changing for me, for Erica, and for thousands of people around the world. So that's all 90 minutes of your time, and then you can decide if it's for you, because definitely the world is going digital. So better jump on it now.
It's very, very true. Yeah, thank you for that. And tonight, it's Thursday, so tonight we have a live info session. And so again, it's free, right? So why not take that time to learn more? And even if it's not the business for you and you don't think it's a good fit for you, at least you learn something, right? You learn. Knowledge is always great. Like, it's always good to learn new things. And so you get to learn what you actually need to have a digital business. And as Karen said, everything is moving digital. Like, we're doing school online, we're banking online, we're shopping online. So why not earn money online? And it's the most convenient thing that we've found, and it's really lucrative. So why not check it out? Last question: what are your plans for the summer? Any fun plans with the kids and family?
Well, we're in a midst of a pandemic, so travel is very limited, but we're so fortunate that we live in BC, where we have so many selections. So many places to explore. We have mountains, rivers, lakes, oceans. So we are, I think early week in July, we're taking about 3 nights up to a lake house that, the Airbnb that we rent out. And I think summer we're doing a road trip up to Banff. That's what we're planning to do with the kids. Yeah, so that's what we were thinking to do. So usually summer we do hang around here a lot because of, it's really nice. Lots of things to do, camp and stuff. Because in winter time we would travel, to the south where it's nice and sunny and warm and get away from the winter. But yeah, so things are opening up in BC. So thankfully, so then we'll be able to do those activities with the kids over this summer. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, when you're over here in my neighborhood, make sure you reach out. It'll be so nice to meet up when it's safe to do so. But yeah, Alberta is opening up, and we're hoping travel will be possible soon. Fingers crossed, everything that works out. But yeah, thank you so much, Karen, for taking the time. I know you're so busy, and so I really, really appreciate you chatting with me today and sharing your story with me and all of our viewers. Any last words?
No, just take that leap of faith. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. It's just 90 minutes of your time, guys.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thanks everybody for watching. You guys have a wonderful evening. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.